life, love, and music.
Fan mail.
We'd like to thank you for your support.
I've been watching.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, and Music Monday is here once again at www.poeticexpressions.com. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you finish watching this video. And today we are talking about TLC. For those who follow my website and my blog and videos, you probably know that TLC is my favorite female group. I don't think there's any female group that can really match them. And as far as record sales go, they are still the #1 selling American female group of all time. They sold over 65 million records. And the only girl group that tops them in total sales worldwide is Spice Girls. So that's a pretty big feat considering that they've been out for over 20 years and they've held that title now for well over 10 years and still holding it. But as many of you probably already know, they released a pretty big announcement last week about a Kickstarter campaign. For those who don't know what Kickstarter is, it basically helps fund different projects. It could be anything from charity or maybe getting a movie funded, or in this case for them, their new CD. Yes, they are looking to fans to fund their latest CD or the new CD that'll be out later this year. And I won't lie, I did donate to it, but in the beginning, it was a little hard to defend because here it is, a group like TLC who has been through so much, especially financially. They've been bankrupt before, and that was brought to life in their biopic, the Crazy Sexy Cool movie that was on VH1 at the end of 2013. And just a lot of financial woes that they've had to deal with, and even the rumors that it started up again that T-Boz might even be bankrupt here recently that came up. But I will say that I think it's actually a pretty genius idea now that I think about it. I've heard them do interviews and talking about it. If you all remember the VH1 Behind the Music special, well, the first version, I should say, that they did, and Left Eye talked about how the record company has spent about $3 million recording their CD for promotion, travel, music videos, etc. And basically what they're doing, they've already raised over $220,000, which is well over the $150,000 minimum goal that they set out. And they did that in about 2 days. They beat their goal in about 2 days or so. So they're the fastest selling pop music project ever for Kickstarter. So they've made some more history there. And they're also giving away some pretty cool prizes for fans who donate to the cause. You get signed copies of the CD, potentially a digital copy of the CD, some videos, and for those who really shell out some big cash, even chances to hang out with T-Boz and Chili themselves. So pretty clever there on their part, and that's money that they won't have to pay back to a major record label, which brings into question if they really are signed to a major label or not, or if they're going to release this album independently. And of those donators, one of the biggest ones was actually pop singer Katy Perry. She donated $5,000, as well as New Kids on the Block. They also donated, two members actually donated $10,000 apiece. Bette Midler, Soulja Boy, Russell Simmons. There's a few entertainers in there too that gave some pretty big money. So it definitely seems like it's a successful campaign for them. And I'm wondering, how is this going to trend, or what is this going to set off for other artists who may look at this and go, hey, this is a viable way to release my music or to get funding for my music. I don't think it'll work for every artist. I mean, if Beyonce or Jay-Z came out with a Kickstarter, people probably would tell them to go sit down because, you know, it's published and it's so well known how much money that they make. So with someone like TLC, not to say they don't have money, but it is not publicized as far as them making just mounds and mounds of cash. And also, I think that people do want to see them come back, but then people are also in question how it's going to sound without Left Eye now that she's not in the group because she's deceased. So that'll be interesting to see how they fill in her piece or her spot, so to speak. Not only with her raps, but creatively, she was such a creative force, which with this album, they're going to allow the fans through Kickstarter to help name the CD, which I think is pretty cool. And also doing a nod back to fan mail when they have the names of fans on the CD jacket. I hear they're supposed to be doing something like that again for this upcoming album. And speaking of New Kids on the Block, like I mentioned earlier, TLC is also getting ready to prepare for a tour with New Kids on the Block. New Kids on the Block seems like the way they're promoting this, they're the headliners, and TLC and Nelly are joining along. So a little bit of an interesting lineup, but the cool thing I think for all of them involved is that with those three acts, it really covers all genres. I mean, you have hip hop covered there, pop, maybe a little bit of rock even, R&B, of course. So there's a lot that's covered, and even you could say several generations spanned, even at least. New Kids on the Block, of course, came out a little bit before TLC, and then TLC's out now, and then I would say Nelly is probably the newest addition with that in his career. So that'll be an interesting show to see, and it kicks off in Las Vegas on May 1st, so they will be touring this summer. So curious to see what your thoughts are about that, and make sure you check out my post, TLC from Kicking Game to Kicking Cash. You'll get more information on why I think this Kickstarter campaign is actually a genius idea. Also, you'll get to hear Rebel Yell. It's a song by T-Boz and Lil Wayne, and she recorded it a few years ago, but it got leaked on the internet probably right before Christmas. So I'll post that in there too, so you all get a chance to hear that song. It's pretty cool. It's basically a remake of Billy Idol's Rebel Yell with a few verses in there from Lil Wayne. So it's a pretty cool song. But curious to see what you all think about this Kickstarter campaign from TLC. Do you think that they're just broke and begging for money? Do you think that it's a smart move for them to possibly keep more money from the success of this album? Do you think that they're going to be able to withstand the pressure that they're going to have to bring now that this album is confirmed and they put it out in the atmosphere? So it's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of exactly when and, of course, how good the music is going to be. Has their time already passed? Should they have replaced Left Eye a long time ago? Or will they be strong enough to carry on as a duo? So curious to see what your thoughts are on that. Also, I will be posting an exclusive interview with rapper J.A. later today, or Jared Adams rather. And make sure you check that out at www.poeticexpressions.com as well. We'll be talking about his new album, Heaven's Bouquet, which drops tomorrow. So make sure you all go out and pick that up as well. Thanks for tuning in to Music Monday, and see you in 2 weeks.